Hello, children. Today we are going to start from our new poem, that is poem number 3 from the book Hornbill, The Voice of the Rain, written by Walt Whitman. The poem Voice of the Rain, it is a conversation between the poet and the rain. The rain explains its eternal journey in its birthplace, that is the earth, to the poet. In this poem, the poet asks the soft falling shower, "Who are you?" To which she is replying that she is the poem of the earth. It is a strange thing for the rain to reply to the poet. The rain told the poet that she cannot be touched as she rises in the form of a water vapor in the sky from the land and the bottomless sea. It changes its shape, yet it remains the same. The vapor changes into clouds due to condensation. Then again it falls back on the surface of the earth to provide water to the drought-prone areas and to beautify and purify the earth. So it's basically the life cycle of the water which is expressing with her emotions. Okay, the raindrops. It provides life to the seeds inside the earth and helps them grow. The rain doesn't care if anyone bothers about her deeds or not. She completes her work and comes back home. The poet also compares with a song as they both share a common journey. The song, it originates from the heart of a singer, travels across to fulfill the aim and comes back with a due love for its singer. That is the originator of the poem. Now over here, the Walt Whitman was an American poet. Okay, he is an essayist and journalist. He is a humanist. He was a part of transition between transcendentalism and realism, incorporating both the views in his work. That means what is the fantasy and what is the reality. So he used to work on both the factors. Whitman is among the most influential poet in the American canon, often called the father of free verse. Okay, now over here, the voice of the rain, it celebrates the rain and accompanying the water cycle that is supporting the life and benefits the earth. The poet recounts a conversation he had with the falling raindrops. He asks the rain, "And thou art thou?" And strangely the rain answers, calling itself the poem of the earth. Okay, so over here, in the lines, what are the lines? "And who art thou? Said I to the soft falling shower, which strange to tell, give me an answer," as here translated. What is over here? That I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain is telling. Okay, eternal I rise, impalpable means something that cannot be touched, out of the land and bottomless sea. Okay, who art thou means who are you. Eternal means never ending, and impalpable which cannot be described. So in the above lines, the poet asks the soft falling shower, "Who are you?" To which the rain is replying in a strange manner. The rain said that it was the poem of the earth, and it rose continuously from the land and the bottomless ocean in the form of vapors. The rain says that it rises eternally from the earth's land and deep water bodies. It then reaches upwards towards the heaven in the form of clouds, impalpable, vaguely formed and altogether changed. Then further lines, if you see, "Upward to the heaven, whence vaguely formed, altogether changed and yet the same. I descend to lave with the dross, atoms, dust layers of the globe, and all that in them without me were the seeds only, latent unborn." Lave means a wash. So the rain is telling the poet that it rises upwards towards the sky in the form of a vapor, where it changes its form. Changes its form means from condenses gas form into the water droplets. It also says that although its forms get changed, it still remains the same. The water will remain the same, but the shape is changing. The rain comes down to wash the drought and provide the water. It only washes away the dust and small particles from the earth's surface as the rain drops to wash away the dust, and it rejuvenates the drought ridden and the dry land, and the seeds inside the earth grow into a plant. Because of the water provided by the rain, it gives life to the seeds. Then further, the poem says that the rain says that by day and night it provides life, care, enrichment and water to the place from where it got originated. The rain keeps enhancing the beauty and the purity of the earth by preparing the life cycle for itself again. Okay, so the poet compares the rain to the poem or a song born in the heart of a human, and it just like the heart of a singer, and travels to fulfill the earth needs, and it wanders, it travels, it finally comes back to the place from where it got originated. Whether it is ruined or not, it returns to the original position. See the last line, if you see in the poem, it is mentioned in bracket. Okay, wandering here and there, it come back to its original position. It says like this. Then whether it is ruined, wrecked or unwrecked means ruined or not ruined, it returns to this original position with a lot of love to its birthplace. So it is compared to the poem, okay, heavenly raindrops, okay, like a heavenly song it sings. Similarly, the rain originates from the earth, and bottomless sea rose up to the heaven, taking the form of clouds, and come down to give joy to the birthplace, and thus make it clean, pure and beautiful. So this is the poem all about the voice of a rain. Okay, while going through this video, keep the textbook near you, read the stanzas and try to understand the explanation behind it. Okay, I will be explaining the figure of speech also, so try to rewind the video again and again and try to understand the concept of the poem, for which you can write the figure of speech or the poetic devices by from its clear understanding. Okay, thank you.